Welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd, and I am 2 steps down from pissed. Um, I was pissed on Wednesday when my son brought home his report card, and he was looking at me like he didn't know they were going to send a text message in the voicemail to tell us it was coming. He was going to hide it. Can I just say, I don't know what's going on with school these days, but it ain't like when we were in school. Teachers used to be like, they cared. And even the kids that were considered like bad kids or whatever, they had a way of dealing with them. And they had like you would see like some person taking responsibility for the bad kid. Like, you're going to be my shadow today. You're going to be my assistant. You're going to be with me every step of the way because I got to watch you and make sure you don't get in no trouble, that kind of stuff. But nowadays, I don't know if it's just the school system where I live, but I hate it, all of it, because I was pissed, but I wasn't pissed at him. The system, you've heard me talk about it before. But how about my son has failed his reading class for the second quarter in a row? Now, what's remarkable about that is we had a new IEP meeting in December, and one of the administrators from special education suggested that maybe he didn't need a dedicated aide to help him through his workday. And first the eyebrow went up. I was seething inside, but I calmly explained that was not even an option we were going to put on this table, because that can't be. We can't do that, not for this kid. He needs all his assistance. Why would we take any away? We haven't had a great, wonderful year in the 6th grade to show that we could, manage all the things without all the help. As a matter of fact, I had to file a complaint with the state of Maryland last year to let everybody know that y'all was not doing your job. So why would we take away anything when we haven't used what we had to make anything work? So anyway, first quarter, he got the E. I said we were just having the meeting. So they didn't have time to scramble and put together a whole bunch of stuff that he needed. Back up. Actually, they had the whole freaking year. When I filed my complaint last year, the remedy was what they call compensatory services. Compensatory services, we discussed, were supposed to be extra tutoring 2 times a week. It was supposed to be they were going to make sure they gave him his aid on the first day of school, and a few other things to help him during the week and during the day, and personnel in place to help him with his therapy and his, venting, whatever he needs. And to have a break, he had to have a person to, interact with on his break, an adult, But they ain't do none of that. It's literally halfway through his middle school career at this point, halfway through this 7th grade year, and they don't have an aide. Not only do they not have an aide, but in case they didn't have an aide, they said they would put another special education assistant in the classroom. How many classes has he been in when there was only one adult? Never ever should that be the case, because he ain't gonna pay attention. We already said it. Let me tell you, when I worked with his elementary school, and I can't even blame the whole system, because that school was great. When I worked with those people on that team, we put that IEP together so well, he could never fail a class. Never. Had everything lined up. If you do this, he will be fine. But they won't do it. I don't understand. So now we halfway through the year and he got 2 E's. You know what that means. We got to bust some A's for the second, for the third, and fourth. No. Look, I was already having a hard time in life. Whoo! Here we go with this nonsense. So I sent out the appropriate emails to say, Basically, what the hell's going on? Because we had all these conversations. Why am I wasting my time talking to people who ain't listening? And why are we talking about a plan that we put in? And it's by law now. The plan is a legal instrument. He is entitled to these services. Why are we not giving him what he's entitled to? And then you're not telling me, you're not giving me what you promised to give me in the first place. Plus the extra stuff you're supposed to give me because you messed up last year on the first time. This stuff we talked about in the first place. We not getting nothing? You're just going to keep saying we not getting nothing. So when I send out these emails to the counselor and to the special ed teacher in the classroom who's the coordinator for his, what do they call him? His special education, not a coordinator. Whatever. She in charge of his case manager. Then I sent an email to the special education coordinator or trans, whatever the hell he is, who's supposed to be for the whole school. You know, he's in charge of special education services for the school. Send everybody their emails to say, what is happening here? Why am I looking at this? What are y'all doing? Nobody responds. Of course, I used all the Tanya D. Floyd words in it. It was very, very, I's and T's and boom. This is what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it professionally. It was all the professionals. It was all. I sent a message to the lady at the state education department who processed my complaint last year and told me to contact her if I had any questions. I ain't got nothing back from her either, but I'm going to call that phone number today because... Anyway, why did I come back to talk about this 2 days later? I was walking down the stairs today. I hadn't been out of my room since yesterday evening. I went up right before the groceries came. So the boy took the groceries, put them away, left all the bags in the floor in the kitchen. My grandson come over last night talking about, Mom, why your house look like this? Now I see what he meant. And then I saw in the laundry room where the guy's putting a new toilet in the basement bathroom. So I went in the laundry room, turned on the light, and there's a pile of laundry there that he had forgot he left in the wash machine. I don't even know what day because it's dry. It stink, but it's dry because it's been in there so long. And then all the things just started to multiply in my head. So I was like, let me go talk to these people because, yeah, my head hurt. It's going to explode or something. I'm trying to eat my breakfast and calm down. But it's tough. It's a lot. So now I got to go fighting with the school system again. I don't even know, like, they give you all this recourse. Like, I remember when I was working in the union office all those years, I used to have to tell my clients all the time, it's a process. It's a layering process, actually. So you file this, and, there's another step and another step after that. You got to grieve to your first level, then your second level, then your executive, and then you just got to go through the process, right? But I hate the process because ain't nothing happening. They don't even hear me. The whole system broke. They don't hear me. They ain't never gonna hear me. But I gotta keep just layering the stuff. I don't know. Do I need a lawyer? I gotta read the handbook again to see what my recourse is. What the handbook says about parent rights and this and that. Because after you file a state complaint, there's something called due process. I don't know if I could do that now, or if I want to do that now, or I just want, what I want to do. You know what I want to do. I can't go there though. I cannot go to that school and in that principal's office like I used to when my other kids went to that school. Walk in the door, Miss Floyd, what's going on? They knew me before I came down the hall. We not gonna keep doing this stupid stuff. But those people were more reasonable. These people just don't want to hear me. They shut me down. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to read my emails. None of that. I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it. My daughter used to stay in trouble at that school. My son, he wasn't really in trouble, but he was like, one of the ones with so much potential, but he wasn't really doing anything. And they hated it. I swear, got all these brilliant kids, all these geniuses that I'm raising over here, but the world ain't prepared or equipped to deal with them, so we gotta suffer. I'm tired of this. Sweet. I'm tired. But I gotta put on my boots and go kick in some doors somewhere. This is stupid. I ain't even relieved none of this pressure in my head yet. All this talking I did, it's been 10 minutes. Jesus. Let me sip on this coffee and eat some bacon. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, well, I just had to get that off my chest. Thanks for being here for me again. If you got any ideas, please let me know, because my IEP is not being followed. It's the second year. The people not taking me seriously because they're not responding to my concerns. Oh, and then they tell me there's a teacher conference coming up next week. How that works is they give you a 15-minute window, but it's like a lottery, because when it opens up and they tell you the slots are open, you go pick one. They always be gone when I get on there. Always, all the slots gone, and that just mean I ain't getting no 15 minutes. So I sent emails. Everybody, you can hear what I gotta say. You don't even have to limit it to 15 minutes. I'm gonna tell you everything I gotta say. Because if I get the 15-minute window, what I'm gonna want to do is tell you all the ways that he's supposed to be getting help and ask you how you did that and how he responded to each tool that you used to help him. But what you're gonna want to do is tell me how my son got a problem and he not doing his work. We're not doing that, because you're responsible for making him do his work. It's in the IEP. He can't do it. He literally cannot do it for himself. His executive function is severely impaired. He can't order things. He can't do logical progressions. None of that. So he ain't in charge. You are. I'm holding you responsible. So if you're watching, you failed. You failed.